Would you like to find out what the best foundations are for mature skin that are affordable? Then please keep watching. Welcome to Beauty by Des. I'm Des, I'm over 60 and I love talking about makeup, skincare, clothes and other bits and bobs that make me happy. I also have a website called Beauty by Des and I'm on Insta and Facebook too. And if you like the sound of this kind of content, then please give me a thumbs up as it lets me know that I'm on the right track. And better yet, subscribe to the channel because that way YouTube will know to put my video in front of other older women who might enjoy this kind of content. So without further ado, let's crack on. So I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to talk you through my 4 affordable foundations for mature skin, and I really think they are all great. And they're all great in their own way. That's why I haven't ranked them, because I think they suit my skin at different times when I'm looking for different types of coverage. So there are a couple that are lighter and a couple that are a bit heavier. None of them are full coverage, by the way. So what they've all got in common is they all have a little bit of SPF, none settled into fine lines and wrinkles, all worked well with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which I wore in all the videos. And they were all skin-like. They all had light to medium coverage, and they're all available in at least 20 shades, and they're all available in the drugstore. So the first affordable foundation for mature skins that I want to tell you about is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate. And I'm in the shade Sandalwood. Now I'm applying it in the insert, as you can see, but let me show you what it looks like, and I will also tell you what it says on the blurb. Now it's quite stiff, this one. It's not runny at all, and I would say this is medium coverage. It's not light to medium. I would say it's on the medium side, but it definitely isn't full. But as you can see, it's quite still on my hand. It's not running down at all. What it says is it's expertly formulated to target the 3 key signs of aging. It instantly conceals fine lines. Yeah, okay. Wrinkles and age spots. I mean, I don't think you can really conceal a wrinkle with a foundation, but you can make it look a bit smoother, I'll give you that. It's got all sorts of interesting ingredients in it. It's got an SPF 15. It says it's a medium coverage with a flexible formula. You see, this is quite interesting actually. It does say a flexible formula that moves seamlessly with facial expressions. I mean, it has run down a little bit now, as you can see. So it does seem to have, or at least it sells itself, of having that flexible feel to it. And I think that is the key thing, isn't it, with foundation? It's like concealer, as they don't often talk about it in foundations, but I think if you've got that flexibility in your foundation, that is going to help keep your skin smooth. It also says it has skin-loving ingredients containing vitamins A, C and E, and it has a radiant finish. Now, I had a good look at the ingredients for all these foundations that I'm going to talk you through, and they all have more or less the same type of ingredients in them. They all have the glycerin, or most of them have the glycerin. They have the butylene glycol. There didn't seem to be anything very special in this one, even though it says it has the skin-loving ingredients. I mean, they all seem to have more or less the same things, including my favourite new ingredient that I learnt the other day, which is cyclopentasiloxane. Try saying that lots of times very quickly. And that seems to be an ingredient in a lot of reasonably priced foundations. And interestingly, it's in the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So it's not just in the affordable foundations, it's also in the higher end. I think it tends to go into the popular brands, the big brands, the one that really sell, because it's not in Charlotte Tilbury and it's not in Lisa Eldridge. Having said that, it's just a smoothing agent. It doesn't do anybody any harm. It's absolutely fine, but it is interesting to note it's in the more affordable and the more high-end foundations as well. And I can pronounce it. So I think the Lift and Illuminate I would probably use on a day when I wanted to maybe go to the office or go out, rather than just for being at home, because it's got that medium coverage, because it's got that smoothing effect. I think it's a really attractive foundation, and it's the most expensive of the affordables. So as I say, it's $18.95, which I'm guessing is around about $25. So it's at the higher end, at the upper end of the affordable range. The second foundation that I think is a great foundation for mature skins that's affordable is another number 7, and it's the Stay Perfect. I'm in the shade Cool Vanilla, and let's just pop it on next to the other number 7 just so you can see. Look at the difference in the shades. The Lift and Illuminate is definitely darker than the Stay Perfect, but they both suit me. And again, as I said at the beginning, it depends on your mood as to whether you want to be a bit darker, a bit lighter. It probably depends on whether you've had some sun on your skin or not. So that's why I'm not ranking these foundations, because I think they're all good and they all serve a really good purpose. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what it says about the Stay Perfect. So this one is a little bit cheaper. It's $14.95, which is probably about $19, $20, I'd say. I'm in the shade Cool Vanilla. Right, let's see what this one says about it. It's a life-proof foundation for a natural finish with up to 24 hours super staying power, expertly formulated, comfortable foundation with medium coverage. So it says, great for concealing and blurring the appearance of imperfections, fine lines and pores with 24-hour long-lasting wear. And it has an SPF 30. This one doesn't have glycerin in it, unlike the other number 7, but it does have butylene glycol, which again is one of those smoothing agents. It's a little bit runnier than the Lift and Illuminate, but not all that much. As you can see, the Lift and Illuminate is at about the same runniness, if there is such a thing, as the Stay Perfect. But they're both really good foundations and I have enjoyed wearing them and will continue to do so. Right, the next foundation I want to talk about is the L'Oreal True Match, and it's this one. Now this is the actual foundation. This is not the serum, which we're going to come to in a minute. Now this one I've repurchased. In fact, I think this is my 3rd bottle that I've had over the last sort of few years. And I really, really like it. I mean, I must do, otherwise I wouldn't keep buying it. So let me just pop a bit on here for you. Now again, this is a slightly different colour. It's a bit darker and it is quite runny, and this is the one that I would apply not with a brush but with my fingers. I don't think it warrants a brush because you can see it's running down my hand already, so it is quite runny. But I really like the coverage. Even with my fingers, I get a really decent medium coverage, which is what I'm after, and it feels really comfortable on the skin. So I'm in the shade 5N Sand, and what it says is it is a skincare infused foundation, you see, which is what the serum is. It's weird, isn't it? Now available in 40 shades. Formula provides perfect natural and true skin coverage, or true to skin coverage, enriched with hyaluronic acid to improve skin quality and reveal more radiant and healthy looking skin. Like the Lift and Illuminate, it's got glycerin in it as well as butylene glycol. And I just think it's a really great foundation. It really gives good coverage, it gives medium coverage, it's soft to put on, it feels comfortable on the skin, it lasts well, and I absolutely love it. And in fact, it's the cheapest of all the foundations at $9.99, which I'm guessing is probably about $12 or $13. And finally, we come to the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. So it's a tinted serum, and it's this one here. And this is the one that smells of alcohol. Oh my goodness, and it's got alcohol in it, which I think is really counterintuitive because this sells itself as a tinted serum, and yet, and serum, you would think you wouldn't put alcohol in it, but nevertheless it does have alcohol in it, so it might not be great for drier skins. However, so many mature beauties on YouTube rave about it, and I agree with them. I think it's a great tinted serum. I would probably call it a tinted moisturiser. Now, one of the annoying things that all YouTubers said is this ridiculous dropper, but I suppose it's in keeping with the serum idea, isn't it? So you've got to put, I ended up having to put about 4 drops. I'm only going to put 1 on just to show you. Now the colour is, yes, it's sort of in between the last 2. It's that one at the top there, and it is runny. And I did put it on with my fingers. It's not one I'd want to use with a brush. You can see it's running down my hand already. And you would expect that of a serum, wouldn't you? Because serums tend to be relatively runny. Now let me tell you what it says about it. Apart from having alcohol in it, and it's more expensive than the other L'Oreal. So this one is $14.99, so it's quite a lot. I think that's the same price as the Stay Perfect. This is the True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, the power of 1% pure hyaluronic acid, now tinted. As I say, This one has hyaluronic acid in it as well. So the application, or how it describes how you're meant to apply it, is shake the bottle well, apply 2 to 3 drops on your palms, which is kind of weird, spread lightly with your fingers and then put it on, because it says it's meant to be like a serum. But to me, if I put it in my palms, I'm wasting it because it's already going to sink into my palms, so I wouldn't do that. Now this has alcohol denatured alcohol, which is quite close to the top of the ingredients list, so it's very far up actually. It's about the 4th or 5th ingredient. It also has butylene glycol. It doesn't have any glycerin in it. Now I think at the outset I might have said, I can't remember if I did, that they all came in 20 or more shades, but actually this one doesn't. It only comes in 9 shades. So there you have it. Those are my best foundations for mature skin that are affordable. Thank you for sticking with me. It's been a longie. If you found this video helpful, informative, or even amusing, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a thumbs up, and hitting the notification bell. And leave me a comment below. Let me know which foundations of these have you tried. Have you got any other affordable ones that you think I ought to try? Because I'd really love to know. And thanks again so much for watching. And I'll look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.